We know that the Kalos Tour is gonna be a grind. Even looking at this lead-up week, we're already looking at how many raids we're gonna have to do just to get everything that we want. Because we have the primals, we have the Black and White Kyurem again, we have Dialga and Palkia in their origin forms. We've even got the birds or shadow like Lugia and Ho-Oh. There's just so many things that you can raid. So how do you even go about not spending money when there's just so much to spend money on? Well, that's why you're here. So we are going to solve this problem and figure out the best possible way to go about doing all the raids that you want to do and potentially even more. Now, you don't even have to skip out on anything, but it does involve a little bit of a grind. So let's move over to the whiteboard, or in this case, the piece of red paper taped to the pantry, and let's like do the math, and I can show you how you can complete all the raids you want to do all over the Kalos Tour lead up for free. So here we have the piece of paper. I don't know if you can see it or not, but so if I write on this, let me go. I don't even know if you can see it. Let me just go, I don't know if that's visible. Okay, we had some technical difficulties with the piece of paper, but I think that technically you can see it. I just need to write really large on it. So maybe I'll use multiple pieces of red paper. So we'll just do a day-by-day analysis. So really the lead up to Kalos Tour event doesn't actually start on Monday. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what's written there. It actually starts on Sunday. Yes, I write like I'm in preschool. The event, it starts on Sunday, like it says in my preschool handwriting, right? Now, how does it start on Sunday, you might be asking? Well, on Sunday, you're gonna get a raid pass, an orange raid pass. In fact, you're gonna get 2 orange raid passes on the Sunday if you complete your Go Pass up to rank 75. Now, you need to do this, otherwise the math just doesn't work. Okay, so technically, this event doesn't even start on Sunday. This event starts on Tuesday, February the 3rd, okay? Because you're gonna need to start grinding your Go Pass straight away. Because the tier 3 Go Pass rewards at rank 75 is 2 orange raid passes, which is gonna be a key to doing as many free raids as you possibly can. Let's get back to the Kalos Tour lead up week though. So on the Sunday, you're going to need to save one of your orange raid passes. So here we're gonna write save orange pass. All right, you see that? Save your orange pass, okay, boys? Now, that means that you're gonna come in to the Monday, you're gonna have 3 free raid passes. 3 free raid passes on that Monday, so you can do 1 of each Kanto bird if you want to. 1 of each Kanto bird. You hear me? So you're not allowed to do more than 1 of each Kanto bird. If you really want to spend your raid passes here, be my guest. But honestly, I would recommend you don't even spend your all 3 of your free raid passes here, unless there's something you want the Kanto birds for. Like yes, I guess you can power up a Moltres, like a Galarian Moltres, which is good, I think in the Great League if you've got good stats on one, and I think the same goes for Ultra League. But only do that if that's something you want to actually do. Now, because if you save a raid pass on that Monday, that means you'll come into Tuesday with 3 raid passes. So you come into Tuesday with 3 passes. This doesn't matter too much. If you want to do 1 of each Kanto bird, it's fine. You can come into Tuesday with not 3, but 2 passes, and you can still get through it, okay? So you come into Tuesday with 2 passes, okay? Now, Tuesday, there's only 2 Pokemon that are really spawning in the raids that you really have to go and do. we've got the big man, Ho-Oh in his shadow form. And we also have the big man, Lugia. And both of these guys are shadow. You see that? They're both shadow, which means that they're pretty strong dudes. They're going to knock out some foes because they're shadow. Now, you really only need one of each if that's what you're going for. Like, you only have to do one of each unless you really want to hunt a really strong one. Then, of course, be my guest. You can spend your additional raid passes here. Like, you should honestly, if there's any day that has more Pokemon that you want, honestly, just skip something that you don't want. That's fine, okay? You don't have to go for things that you don't want to go for. Now, the next day is actually kind of a big one. On Wednesday, we have the primals. We have Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon. Now, these are two of the strongest Pokemon in the game, okay? And they also are some of the best megas to have active in the game because they boost 3 types, okay? So 100%, these are some of the guys you need to go for. Now, you get about 100 to 200, between 100 and 200 energy per primal raid, okay? So this means that you should probably go on the low end and say you're gonna need to do 4 of each, meaning you're gonna need 8. You're gonna need 8 raid passes to do this. So you're gonna get 2 raid passes from the day because you've used your other 2 the day before on Ho-Oh and Lugia. Now, that means that you still need 6 premium raid passes. So we'll keep that in our memories for now. Okay, we'll keep the 6 premium in our memory bank for now. We'll add that to the list of premium raid passes we need. So far, we've already gotten to this point, and we're only up to 6 premium raid passes, which isn't that many. So next up, we've got the Thursday. So on the Thursday, we are going to have Origin, Palkia, and Dialga. Now these guys are a little bit different to the primals or the fusions. Now these ones are very, very luck-based. So theoretically, you could do 1 of each of them and you will be good. You will have the adventure effect for each of these Pokemon and you'll be fine after doing 1 battle of each, okay? So theoretically, you could get away with 1 of each. But to be better safe than sorry, we'll say that you need to do 3 raids of each to get the adventure effect. So that means you're gonna have to use 6 premium passes. Now we already used our 2 premium passes from Wednesday, so that means that we still need 4 premium raid passes. So we've got 4 premium, so we've got 6 passes needed. We get 2 free and 4 premium, okay? Now next up we have the Friday. Friday is gonna be a bit of a special one. So we've got Friday here. Now this is probably the most expensive day. Some of you might have done the Kyurem Fusion Raid Day earlier in January. If you're like me, you might actually already have 1 of each form. But if you're also like me, you might want to have a shiny of each form and a non-shiny high IV one as well. So that means you're probably gonna wanna do 10 raids of each one to get the 1000 energy. But what happens if you also don't have enough fusion pieces? So you're gonna have to end up doing another Reshiram and a Zekrom. So that's an extra raid. So theoretically, you might need to do a total of 12 raids for each, the black and the white form, to get enough energy and to get a fusion piece for each of them. So that means you're gonna need 24 raid passes for the day. So we'll go black, we'll just do B and W. Black is 12, W is 12. So minus your 2 free raid passes, minus 2. That brings us to 10 and 12, bringing us to 22 premium and 2 free. Okay? So that means that we need to get 22 premium raid passes. Whew. So, do you guys remember the other numbers I told you to remember? No? You don't. You forgot them already. Well, that's a bit silly of you, isn't it? That's a bit silly of you. So, in total, we're gonna need 30 premium battle passes, okay? So how do we even go about getting 30 premium battle passes to even complete all these raids? Well, here is where the strategic thinking comes in. So currently the date is February 2nd, okay? And that means we're about 3 weeks away from the lead up, okay? So we actually have exactly 3 weeks until the Kanto birds start coming here and attacking our souls and trying to steal all of our money, okay? So how do we progress from here? Well, so during that time, there will be 3 raid hours and there will also be a raid day, meaning that you can go to 4 community ambassador events and get 4 premium raid passes from going to community ambassador events. So 4 community CA before event. All right, so we get 4 from the CABE, community ambassador before event, okay? Now, there's also the potential that maybe your group is running a community ambassador event on every single one of these raid days. So maybe that means you can get another 5 free premium battle passes, okay, from during the event. 5 CADE during event. All right, so that means that we're already at 9 premium battle passes just by going to community ambassador events. Now, next up, we have the Go Pass. Now, judging off of every single other Go Pass we've had, we've gotten at least 1 raid pass from there. So I think it's a safe bet to add in 1 from the Go Pass. So 1 GP. All right, so that's 10 free raid passes that we can get for free. Without even spending a poker coin or grinding in a gym, we can get 10 for free just by going to an event and doing a couple of raids, okay? Okay, so now we have those 10. How are we gonna get the other 20? I'm glad you asked. So we have 3 weeks, which is equal to 21 days. So we have 21 days. Now, if you get a poker coin every single one of those 21 days, that is 1,050 poker coins. Okay? Now, you might be thinking, oh, 1,050 poker coins, that's not too much. Well, you also will get another 400 poker coins from completing your Go Pass for this month. So that's going to bring your total up to, just hear me out now, 1,450 poker coins, okay? Now, if you're smart about how you spend your poker coins, that is 625 poker coins for 10 raid passes. That is the best bundle I've seen at around that price point. If you find something better, obviously go for that. But if you get 2 625 poker coin bundles, which give you 10 raid passes, that will give you 20 raid passes for 1,250. 20 raid passes is equal to 1,250 poker coins, okay? Now that's pretty good. That leaves you an extra 200 poker coins to put onto your Pokemon storage. Come on, boys. Give me a subscribe for that one. Okay, but no, seriously, it is so possible to maximize this lead up week. Like you can do it all for free. It's just you just have to go grind in your gyms every single day. You need to take over 20 gyms at a time. Okay, if you live in a rural area, it's gonna be a little bit harder, especially with no community ambassador, okay? But if you work at it, if you've got the poker coins to do it, and yes, all it would take to get 30 more to get 30 raid passes without community ambassador events is another 625 Pokecoins. So all you really need is 1,875 Pokecoins in order to to play this lead up tour for completely free. Now, this does not account for what is actually going to happen on the weekend, but I am hopeful that we will get 7 free raid passes each day for the Kalos Tour event, if not more. And if we don't get more, then oh well. We still maximized that whole rest of the week. We'll at least still get another 2 raid passes per day. And if you go to a community ambassador event, you can claim more rewards for each day of the event. It's like the rewards check-in bonuses for events, like the larger events, tend to give you way more in resources. So keep your eyes open and peeled. If there's any raid days, raid hours, any kind of community ambassador events going on near you, make sure that you go and try and get yourself some free raid passes. Now, you can also claim, I think, 1 code card per week from a community ambassador. So if your community ambassadors have those little cheeky code cards with a free raid pass, and I think they have 2 free raid passes and a free star piece, you can try and get one of those for each week of the event. This might have been a lot of information for you boys. If so, just drop a comment down below. I'm happy to answer all of your questions. And don't forget to train hard and play free. I promise you guys, we can do this together.